morning, everyone. I'm Katie Nolan, bringing you all the headlines that you need to know for Tuesday, September 18th. Women still don't understand porn, and one man thinks he's too fat to die. All that and more right here on your Guyism Speed Round. More than 1 in 10 British couples sleep in separate beds or even separate rooms, and 5% would prefer to sleep with their pet. So if you live in England and you want to sleep with your loved one, I recommend you pull a Matthew Broderick and just cheat the system. Last week we found out that Mitt Romney is kind of a Snooki fan because her spark plug personality is kind of fun. I'm surprised Mitt Romney knows who Snooki is. I'm surprised that Mitt Romney knows who Snooki is and still doesn't support abortion. I realized yesterday when I didn't show up on your interwebs that it was probably bad timing, and a lot of you were probably worried because the last video ended with me making a suicide joke and then the NHL locked out over the weekend. So those of you who know me were probably like, shit. But no, that wasn't really the reason. I am still here. They say there's things you can't make jokes about, right? Like rape and September 11th and the Holocaust. And in my world, none of that's true, but the NHL lockout is not an occasion for smiling. The only news anybody was talking about all weekend is Kate Middleton and her topless photos. Meh. Do we really have to talk about them? If those boobs weren't attached to royalty, I really don't think we'd look twice at them. Unless it had been a while since we had IHOP and we were craving. But it sort of reminds me of when people flipped out about Pippa Middleton's ass. Both rather mediocre.
Ass, titties, ass and titties. Ass, titties, titties, ass and titties.
Studies show that the comments under your main photo on Facebook affect the way that people see you. So, for a small fee, I will now come to your Facebook and incessantly leave comments under your main photo saying things like, "What a strapping young gentleman he is. This young lady is going places. I know it's in that red Solo cup. Success." A 52-year-old woman is launching an erotic website as an alternative to hardcore porn because she's worried that hardcore porn is turning men into inconsiderate lovers. The website will be called makelovenotporn.tv. You have to be invited in order to use it, and then once invited you pay $5 per video. Because those are all things that are going to make this site pop up on men's radar. What was that about being inconsiderate? This picture from an HMV music store in London shows that Chris Brown's album was being sold with stickers on it that read, "Do not buy this album, this man beats women." The stickers on Rihanna's album say, "The feel-good hit of the summer." Bam Margera called the cops a couple nights ago when he was awakened by a naked girl who broke into his house in Pennsylvania and climbed into his bed. Then while he was on the phone with the cops, the woman just started masturbating. What's weird is that if you asked me what's a good way to hit on Bam Margera, I'd say pull a crazy stunt like break into his house naked and then start diddling yourself. So I'm shocked this didn't work. In other news, Bam Margera has the right to be picky. A woman in Texas is suing Walmart because they assumed her $100 bill was fake without checking first and tore it up. And it wasn't fake, it was real. In all fairness though, the cashier at Walmart didn't know that $100 bills actually existed. Speaking of Kate Middleton, the French magazine Closer, or Closer, as I'm sure they pronounce it, claims that they have more intimate pics of Kate, but they're not going to publish them just yet. But YouPorn is basically offering them a blank check to fork them over because they're incredibly newsworthy, which is obviously the two-word phrase you associate with YouPorn. Ronald Post, a 480-pound man sentenced to death in Ohio, wants to delay his execution because he's too fat, and it would be a torturous and lingering death. Unlike your life, right, Ron? Which was just a cakewalk. Stop drooling, not that kind of cake. A nonprofit group out of Minneapolis called Healthy Brains for Children has developed a plan to put 100 pregnancy test dispensers in local bars to encourage women to make sure they aren't pregnant before they start drinking. Unfortunately, if you find out you're pregnant in the bathroom of a Minneapolis bar, not drinking is not where this story ends. Yesterday was the first birthday of the Occupy movement. And like any 1-year-old, it still cries incessantly, poops itself, and wants all of your money. And that's going to do it for your Tuesday speed round, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, comment down below, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. And if you haven't laughed yet today, I'll throw a link in the description to a video that will make you do so. Enjoy your Tuesdays. Sorry again about yesterday. And I'll see you all tomorrow, I promise, with more headlines that you need to know. A nonprofit group out of Minneapolis. I do it every time. It's because Indianapolis and Minneapolis must have learned those in the same day of, what, kindergarten? And now I always say Minneapolis. You gotta fix that. You're a journalist. Straight head, don't care.